My name is Melissa. I was born in New York City and moved to Baden-Baden in Germany with my family when I was a kid. I grew up in the hotel business, so no one in my family, including me, ever cared about motorcycles. Au contraire, my parents would have hated the idea of me riding. Baden-Baden is a beautiful and chic little town, but I always felt like real life was happening somewhere else. Then, about 9 years ago, I bumped into my ex-boyfriend who rode a stock Nightster. He took me on the back a couple of times, and suddenly I was hooked. The fellow wasn't really the one, but the Harley was, and I had to try this on my own, so I signed into riding classes. A few months later, I bought my first Harley. It was a 2003 Sportster, pretty much in original condition. The folks in my area were mainly riding stock bikes, and step by step I had some stuff done, and after about 2 years and countless facelifts, it was obvious that I fell in love with choppers. But with an original Sportster frame, it would always be a compromise. Every possible weekend I left town to visit motorcycle events. I loved the atmosphere, the ease, the bonfires, and the completely different and solid community. They all knew each other, even though coming from everywhere across Europe and sometimes even further. They just met to show off their beauties, discuss the making of, race them, and simply have a good time. At first I took cell phone shots like everyone else, and then folks started telling me I had a good eye and should go for a real camera. Not that I usually listen to others, but I liked the idea, so I played around with a little system camera at first, and a few months later switched to a DSLR. Not knowing what was going to happen, I called myself Rider's Eyes, and suddenly I had all this stuff going on with international bike magazines. I just love capturing the wild, mysterious, and dangerous radiation of motorcycles. It's been almost 8 years of riding different bikes. I tried many rentals and loans during travels in Dubai, USA, surrounding isles, etc. I owned a Softail for a year and a KTM Duke, which was fun but not really pretty. And now it was time to get a really nice one for myself and stop drooling for other bikes. So lucky me, my life partner since 3 years now is a customizer, Martin from MB Cycles. In the meantime, I live with Martin in Heidelberg, and he feeds my photography soul with awesome bikes. We don't have the same style, but he agreed to build me exactly what I want. Slim Lizzy is a 2003 Evo Sportster engine in a Poucho rigid frame. We bought everything separately and she was completely rebuilt. I never thought it would be possible to have a perfect bike without compromises. I wanted it to be sexy but also comfortable and practical, kind of old school but technically flawless. There are some small patriotic details. Some may find them tacky, but for me, this bike is also a connection to my roots. I miss the country I was born in very, very much. And who knows, maybe Heidelberg is not the last stop.